This is episode number 1 of the NFL Split. Yes, a new show on WagerTalk TV. And if you don't want to miss it, hit that subscribe button below. Each and every week, we're going to break down 3 games, 2 decent ones and one of the worst games of the weekend. And I'm going to be doing it with this man himself. Look at this fine-looking gentleman, Jesse Schule, in the house. I don't even know what time it is there. The time difference, 8-10 hours?
11 hours, Carm.
11 hours. Oh, and you're looking like you just woke up, man. But listen, I'm looking forward to doing this show with you each and every week. We're going to bring in a bit of a surprise after our third game, because I'm pretty sure that people are going to either agree or disagree with one of us. And we want you to drop a comment in the comment section below as well, too, because we always love to hear from you. But the best way to decide a video is to bring in a special guest at the end of the show, and that's what we will do today. But with that said, this is sort of a teaser video. We are going to do another one for week 1 of the NFL as well, too. But we thought we'd tackle 3 games very early. And Jess, we're going to get right to it. Tampa Bay and Cincinnati. The Bengals, 3.5-point favorites. Tampa, of course, getting the 3 and the hook. Total here sits at 51.5. Pretty high total in this one. Jess, I'm gonna tell you right now. I am taking the approach of barking dogs in this one. I am taking Tampa Bay. I'm still not sold on Cincinnati. They cost a lot of people a lot of money over the last few years. So has Zach Taylor, 52-63-1. He's got like a .453 win percentage, and you look at his seasons, 6-11 last year, 9-8 and 9-8 the 2 previous seasons, 12-4. That was probably his best season ever. I'm just not sold on the Cincy team. I like this. I like Baker Mayfield. I think the post Mike Evans era is about to begin there. Of course, they still have Godwin. They still have Igbuka. They have McMillan. Igbuka, who was injured in preseason, but he should be set to going for game 1. The guy had 938 receiving yards in his rookie season. And Baker's the kind of guy that can spread out with his offensive tools. He can spread out that porous Bengals defense that ranked 30th, 25th, 21st the last 3 seasons. And you have a running back coming out of the backfield who can also catch balls in Bucky Williams, Bucky Irvin. Give me Tampa Bay plus 3.5. What do you say?
Well, this is not going to surprise you, Carm. I like your take. You're not going to find a bigger Baker Mayfield fan than myself, but part of my handicap on this one is the fact that I am a big Baker fan, and I'm not happy about the offseason the Bucs had. They refused to pay Baker, and if you go back to last season, halfway through the season, Baker was the favorite to win the MVP. He got hurt. I don't know what part of his body was injured more, but if you looked at the entire side of his rib cage and his arm and his underarm and his pec, all black and blue for the last 8-9 games of the season. He played through the pain. He put his body on the line for the team. And what did the team say? Well, we appreciate that so much. We're not going to pay you. And when I heard Baker discussing how disappointed he was with that, he also made mention that they weren't going to pay Vita Vea either. Now, they made Vita Vea wait till the 11th hour. Vita Vea is always banged up anyways. He's only on the field half the time. You made mention of their studs at wide receiver, and you're absolutely right. They have a fantastic receiving core. Problem is, Godwin, Igbuka, all these receivers seem to always be on the injured list. Can we really count on them being healthy? And the stats you quoted for Zach Taylor and the Cincinnati Bengals, keep in mind how many of those games was Joe Burrow actually healthy. A healthy Joe Burrow, a healthy Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Chase Brown. I know the offensive line has been an issue in the past. If you look at coming into this season, their offensive line is ranked closer to average than below average. And in the last 7 to 9 games last season, their offensive line was right around average to above average. So a little bit of a hope and a prayer, but I'm actually buying in to the Joe Burrow return. And I'm a little bit skeptical of how much Baker Mayfield is going to want to put his body on the line for this Bucs team that wouldn't pay him.
In Baker, we trust, man. You can't reference the injuries to the Tampa guys and staying healthy without mentioning Joe Burrow as well, too. So we shall see how Joe Burrow goes as far as this Bengals team. But I have a feeling if it's another slow start by the Bengals, Zach Taylor will be gone before the bye week for the Bengals.
Quick question, Carm. If you're Baker and you get a bit of an injury, a bit of a knock, do you play through the pain this season?
Yes, absolutely. He says he's talked all off season about the fact that he has something to prove. I think people have written off Tampa Bay. And if you're going to take this game, your thoughts might change. My thoughts might change if this was week 5 and it was the Bengals and Tampa Bay. And since he looks good and looks healthy, I would lay the 3.5 points, but definitely not here. I'm taking the barking dog, my friend. The hook might come into this one. So that's what I say. I'm going to give you the first shot on this next game. It is the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. I just can't wait to argue this one with you right now. 1.5 points on the Vikings at home, 45.5 is the total. What say you, Mr.
Once again, Carm,
Schule?
I see your logic. When I look at this game, Minnesota has home field. Minnesota has the edge on the offensive line and the defensive line. Minnesota's won 4 of the last 5 home meetings versus Green Bay in this rivalry. But the reason I am skeptical of this Minnesota team is at quarterback, Kyler Murray. If you're going to bet on Minnesota, you got to believe in Kyler Murray, and I do not. Carmine, Bianco, I know you've heard of Deflategate, Spygate, Bountygate, but are you familiar with Call of Duty Gate? Let me explain. In his days at Arizona, it was rumored that Kyler Murray refused to study film and spent all his time playing Call of Duty. Those were just rumors until he signed a $230 million contract extension that included language, and the exact language in the contract was independent study ad amendum. And that was requiring 4 hours of study per week studying film, and it specifically said instead of playing video games and streaming online. And the rumors were completely dead when Kyler Murray partnered with Call of Duty in November of 2020 on an advertising deal. Kyler Murray has an injury history. I don't think he's a great leader. I don't want to count on him. I'm going to fade Minnesota based on that almost exclusively, Carmine.
I will be the contrarian to your look there. Listen, I like Kyler Murray. I think this move was a good one. I think under the O'Connell system, he is going to do well. And the offensive line is the biggest thing. It's a better offensive line. The Arizona offensive line basically turned Kyler Murray into like one of those, what do they call, squishmallows or yeah, I think they're called squishmallows. Basically those things you squish in your hands and the toys. The guy got flattened pretty much every single time. Of course, he's going to get injured. This is a different system here, a better offensive line, running back, and of course, Justin Jefferson. And the thing here is that I'm looking at, he's been named the week 1 starting quarterback, so there's no issues there. You already know he's going to be starting. And you get the Packers. I'm just not sold on the Packers. I am not sold on the Packers. I wasn't sold on them last year. I wasn't sold on them the year before. We'll see whether Jordan Love struggles this year or not. You can name a ton of names of offensive threats that they have on this Packers team, and it just does not scare me. I don't even think they are the 3rd best team in that division. I think obviously Detroit and Minnesota are ahead of them, and you still have the Bears as there as well too. At the end of the day, we're laying 1.5 points, and I think with this the Kyler Murray being named as the starter and being healthy at this point here, I think that's why there's been a bit of a line movement in this one. Not a lot. 2 points or 1.5 points isn't a lot at the end of the day as far as the spread here, just laying this one. And then I love the fact that when you have a scrambling quarterback like Kyler Murray, it makes it tougher on team defenses in week 1 of the season. They're chasing this guy for a couple quarters. By the time that third or fourth quarter comes along, that defensive front 5 or front 7 is going to be gassed. Give me Minnesota.
It makes plenty of sense, Carm, but there's no way I'm putting my money on a guy that carries not 1 but 2 designer purses to the stadium. I'm out on Kyler Murray.
Yeah, listen. I know you have a designer purse somewhere. It might not be one of those Birkin bags, but you have some Louis Vuitton somewhere in that closet of yours. Whether it is real or fake remains to be seen. But we'll see the real Kyler Murray in week 1. All right, this has to be the worst game of week 1, and we're here to discuss it. Absolutely, it is the stinking cheese game of the week, Jess. It is the Jets and Titans in this one. In what universe are the Titans a favorite of 3 points against any team? The Jets, listen, Geno Smith proves you can go back home, and he's back home. Don't expect the guy to toss it 40 or 50 times. This team needs to stay healthy. They need Breece Hall to stay healthy. Garrett Wilson, his job's just going to get the ball to whatever weapons that he has, allow the defense to take control of the game, and just not throw INTs. This iteration of the Jets isn't one that's going to be promising throughout the season, but they are good enough to get 3 points here and win this game outright. You're giving me 3 points. I'm taking them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to get too excited about either of these two teams, Carmine, but I mean, both these teams have terrible offensive lines. They're both just terrible on the line of scrimmage. The Jets a little bit worse, though. They rank 29th, whereas Tennessee ranks 17th on the defensive line. Both teams near the bottom of the NFL as far as the secondary. If you look at Geno Smith, I think the argument you could make is, well, Geno's a veteran, Cam Ward's second season. But I want to talk about Geno Smith because he was terrible at Las Vegas last year. He threw for 3,025 yards, 19 touchdowns, 17 picks. And that's after being quite successful in his tenure with the Seattle Seahawks. And I'm going to make the case that last year with Las Vegas is just who Geno actually is. Because I had a look at his career, I broke it down. And if you actually just take away the Seattle statistics, and a lot of people are going to shake their head and say, you can't just take away the Seattle statistics. But I think you can, because the Jets are not Seattle. The Jets don't have a DK Metcalf in his prime. The Jets don't have a Kenny Walker. The Jets don't have a JSN. They don't have the Pro Bowl defense behind them. They're not a team that's going to be competitive the way Seattle was. So I'm going to be comfortable taking away the Seattle stats. Career touchdown to interception ratio for Geno Smith, 48 touchdowns, 36 interceptions in 7 seasons with the Jets, Giants, Chargers, and Las Vegas. And I expect that to be the version of Geno Smith we'll see here. Cam Ward, a typical rookie season, not good, not bad, pretty average. I want to point out his home away splits because at home he had 9 touchdowns, 2 picks. His completion percentage of 63.3% at home was about 5 points higher than it was on the road. I like Cam Ward. I like his attitude. I like the way he represents himself. I expect him. I'm going to curb my expectations, but I expect him to be a better quarterback than Geno Smith this season. They're at home. Give me the home team. They got to win one of these games, and this looks like one of their best shots.
You're putting a lot of faith in Cam Ward straight out of the gate in week 1. I would rather go with a veteran QB, and I get, Las Vegas was a disaster, top and bottom, that team last year. So you can't put it squarely on him. And when you're playing from behind, you're going to have to make some.
He's at the Jets now.
You're gonna have to make some. Yeah, no, listen. I'm not calling Aaron Glenn, their coach, the second coming of Bill Walsh or what have you, but I think it's a better spot for him, and not a lot of is expected of the Jets this year. I think their win total is at 5.5. So we're going to have to agree to disagree on this one. I thought you'd fire a few more shots at me because, I was ready for you. I literally, if I'm going to take some insults, they might as well come from like the Timu version of Marco D'Angelo. But I'm perfectly fine with it. Listen, we agree to disagree on this game. There always has to be a tiebreaker on the final game. So who else to review this final game than our good friend, Kelly Stewart?
I mean, how much do you guys hate me? Can you imagine I ask you guys to come on bet on it, and then I give you guys this game? Well, it's the lowest total for week 1 on the board. It is going to be a 14-9 final or something god awful. But the good news is I'm going to use the Titans in the splash $21 million Survivor contest because I got some cojones and I've got 5 entries in it, right? So I think using 1, I think I can convince my partner CC to use them in 1 and just to march out there quickly with the have you ever seen Randy Marsh in South Park where he walks out with the giant nutsack in the wheelbarrow? I feel like that after the Titans win. Oh, what an AI version of me. Wow. I wish my waist was that small. I like the slim. Maybe I'll start wearing the vertical stripes. Here's the reality about this game, guys. It is absolute trash. I have no desire to place my hard-earned money on it in any form or fashion. Now, I did say I would risk using a survivor pick, and maybe I'll walk that back in the next few weeks. But these ugly games with low totals is usually not, there's not a lot of variance. So I usually don't want to get involved, especially with a line of 3. 60% says Titans win this game. At least that's the implied odds here. And the reality is I can trust Cam Ward to probably not turn the ball over at home. As Jesse said, he turns it over on the road lots more. But here's the real question. How did the Jets score? Geno Smith is not quite as old as me, but he looks like it. He's on a 1-year deal. He's already been limping around camp. He's got a bad ankle. And, now he's got a brand new offense with Frank Wright. I just don't see. Who's going to throw to? Garrett Wilson in a prayer? Breece Hall's hurt. Robert Saleh revenge game? I'm just trying to work with anything here. I'm going to put on my Marco D'Angelo hat, and that's where I'm going. You cannot quantify it, but I just decided Robert Saleh is going to get revenge on his former team for firing him. Get those Tennessee Titans a nice win there at home, week 1.
Well, there you have it. Kelly and the Timo version of Marco D'Angelo.
Marco makes sandwiches. Have you seen Jesse's charcuterie boards?
They are awesome. And that is why the third game will always be the stinking cheese because Jess loves charcuterie and I love charcuterie stinky. And you love. What's that?
Why is it not stinky? Why is it stinking? I thought.
Yeah, we'll have to change it before the official week 1. Maybe get a picture of some gorgonzola up there. I absolutely love. I think I'm
nice little Cabernet to go with the Italian blue. I like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. Cal, we appreciate you coming on as always and look forward to hearing your thoughts throughout the season. Hopefully you walk it back and don't take the Titans in week 1 because
you have to. Listen, you got to go all in. You got to go in. We got multiple entries in this $21 million guaranteed contest. You got to shove your chips early and often. Think about the leverage you're going to have. I'm not burning the Detroit Lions week 1. I'm not burning the Chargers week 1. Absolutely not. I got to dig deep. And I think the Titans is the deepest, probably dumbest. It's the deepest and the dumbest play. There you have it.
Yeah. Well, my thoughts and prayers go to you in that survivor pick of yours. Jess, I have to mention this because I kind of missed out on mentioning it earlier. But guys, Jess had, both Jesse and I, we've done a BOGO deal where you can get both of us for college football and NFL throughout the season, all of our plays He had a fantastic NFL and college, as did I, winning college last year and premium plays in NFL. Also profitable. We've put all those packages together, and you can get them over at WagerTalk in the BOGO deal. Click on the specials section, and you'll find it there. So, Jess, final thoughts?
I love the Titans. Kelly talked me into it even more.
Okay, we shall see you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Drop a comment in the comment section below. Let me know each and every game who you agree with on this video, and then we're going to run it back for week 1 of the NFL season. Again, we're going to give you 3 brand new games, but we want to get this video out and let you guys know that you need to subscribe to WagerTalk TV. Over 256,000 subscribers and growing each and every day, and you'll never miss any of these shows that are either taped or going live with actionable info. For myself and Jesse and Kelly, who jumped in to break it down, we wish you the best of luck this weekend and the NFL and college football seasons.